Okay, a lot of people ask me, how do you grow a potato plant that is that tall? How tall is that? That's, I don't know, maybe 2 foot potato. That's, this happened to be red potatoes. How can I grow an entire batch of red potatoes out of what was left over from a 5-pound bag that got eyes? Well, the first thing you do is, if you've got soil that's compacted like mine, you dig a big hole. You get all of the roots out of it that would compete, and you have to get things talking to each other. The roots that were in here are from that pine tree, that tree, and a great big old monster oak around the corner there. Okay? Took all those roots out of there. When I dug this hole, there were no worms. You got to have worms or nothing's going to grow, because they provide all of the worm poop, the vermicompost, and they keep the beneficial bacteria strong and healthy. So what I first do is I layer newspaper. That is food for worms. The worms can come and eat this right away. A lot of people say hugelkultur, that's what you're doing. Lasagna gardening, that's what you're doing. Yes, it is lasagna gardening, and it is hugelkultur, because I'm going to put another layer on top of this of just twigs and branches. As a matter of fact, I've got a pile ready over there to bring over and put onto here, and some more around back. So I put the newspaper down though. My thinking is that this is instant food for worms. They can come and start eating right away, whereas if they had to go through sticks and branches and leaves, it's not quite ready for them yet. You have to wait a couple of months before it degrades and breaks down. This way, you have the first layer is automatic food, ready to go. Then you put the sticks and branches and leaves, like hugelkultur, and that holds the moisture and decays and later becomes humus. Then over top of that, you put a layer of sand or soil, whatever soil you've got, which all I've got is sand and clay. Barren sand and clay, not a worm in this big monster pile that came out of that hole. But I'm changing all of that. Once I get that dirt on top of this and then put some mulch over top of it, I've already got 2 layers of newspaper, or a layer of newspaper, mulch, sand, newspaper, mulch, sand, and this is the 3rd layer, lasagna layer of newspaper. Going to get some mulch on top of that, going to put the sand on top of that, and then I'm ready to start planting. And whatever I plant, I'm going to mulch around that just to hold the moisture in the top and keep the weeds down. And what you get is lots and lots of potatoes if you plant potatoes, lots and lots of melons if you plant melons, lots and lots of tomatoes if you plant tomatoes, and they will thrive in this type of soil because it holds moisture, it has worms in it that's providing nutrients, it's not compacted, it's loose soil. Everything that a plant loves and wants, that's what it gets.